very much. One day, right? A man can dream, right? Anyway, so I came across this video with Mark Cuban talking about Bitcoin. I am a Bitcoin cryptocurrency trader slash miner slash enthusiast, if you will. I've been doing it for over going on 3 years now. I should have gotten into it a lot sooner when I learned about it. But anyway, so I have money tied up with a partner in crypto. Sorry, excuse me. And so we have quite a bit of experience. So we can give you a perspective of being investors and holding on to crypto and what we've had to deal with. But I found this little clip interesting, and I wanted to play it, and then I wanted to give you my 2 cents afterwards. Okay? Here we go.
Before. Did you ever see someone who collected baseball cards and they were really, really, really proud of their baseball cards?
Let's start over.
Bitcoin is worth what somebody will pay for it. Did you ever see someone who collected baseball cards and they were really, really, really proud of their baseball cards because they kept on saying they were going to go up in price? Comic books, same thing, even artwork. There's no real intrinsic value. You can't eat a baseball card or shouldn't eat a baseball card. Your artwork might look good on the wall, but not much you can do with it. Bitcoin, there's even less you can do with it. At least I can look at my baseball card and go, ooh, that's my favorite player. That's Roberto Clemente. I can look at artwork and go, wow. Crypto is the key that is so complicated for 99% of the population. Do you put it in a device? Do you print it out? How do you keep from being hacked? Who's going to host it for you? It's just so difficult that it's only worth what somebody will pay for. Bitcoin is worth what somebody will pay for it. Did you ever see someone who...
Okay, Mr. Mark Cuban. Okay, this is just a perspective. This is just one way at looking at it, okay? So I want you to understand that this is not the gospel. Because crypto is such a new technology and such a new project that we are undertaking as a species, and there's so many nuances and things that you need to understand, do not take this billionaire's advice as the gospel. He is giving you a point of view. He's giving you his perspective as a investor, someone who likes to park his money in places to make money, right? So coming from that perspective, I understand what he's saying. I get it. But you need to be careful because people can sometimes perceive this the wrong way. So he's entitled to his opinion. Don't get me wrong. He is entitled to it. So he's going to give you his perspective from the financial perspective, from the money perspective, which is legitimate. But now I want to add on to, I'm just going to build on top of what he's saying. And I want to give you another perspective to look at. Okay? So come with me, if you will. He is basically saying that Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, because there's so many of them now, is only as valuable as what people are willing to pay for it. In other words, demand. Basically, it's just being traded like pieces of paper, stock. Now, if you are looking to get into day trading or buying and holding, this information is important. But if you can see a little bit further where this is going and project yourself into the future 5, 10, 15, 20 years ahead, where technology is progressing, where people are going, what our world's going to look like, what's going to happen to privacy, what's going to happen to autonomy, what's going to happen to personal sovereignty, what's going to happen to the economies that we share between each other, how are we going to exchange value for products, services, things we want in life, right? If we understand that the current economic system is collapsing in on itself, right? And we understand what cryptocurrency really is. Now, what he's talking about, who's going to host it? Right in there, he said, who's going to host it, right? Forget that. Because it's not about who's going to host it, because that's going to be where the free market competition comes in. Basically, companies that promote privacy, personal sovereignty, the market's no longer dominated by the banking cartel. See, with a banking system, they can shut you down if you don't toe the line. If you don't promote or talk about or perpetuate what the mainstream, whatever it is, they can take your money away, shut your credit cards down, shut your bank accounts down, block you completely, and shut you up. And then when you start speaking the way you were supposed to be speaking, your money is released back to you. So there's always that looming threat. And what cryptocurrency is offering is an opportunity to decentralize power, to take power away from one group, one family, one entity, and distribute it across the earth so that every idea can make it to the table. Every person can bring something to the table for debate, discussion, so that we can move humanity forward. And so what's going on right now is a war. We are in the middle of a war between those who have controlled so much for so long with this new mode of currency and money that is difficult to control because it's digital, because it exists on a ledger on multiple machines all over the world. See, how crypto works is it breaks itself up into a bunch of little different chains, a ledger, and it's stored in multiple locations, and it's constantly referring back to itself. There are videos upon videos explaining this for you, that if somebody tries to hack it or change it in any way, it corrupts the whole ledger. It destroys it, so it cannot be resold, it cannot be accessed, it cannot be used. It'll be seen as a counterfeit, a fake. So it physically has to change hands from, it could be stored on a flash drive, it could be stored on a cold piece of hardware, or it can be stored on the network, right? It's a ledger. It's everywhere. So this takes away power from centralization. Now, there are governments and agencies working extremely fast to centralize cryptocurrency because it's scary. It's a scary thought. You got this new currency that's in the world. It's about to disrupt everything. All the billionaires and wealthy elites are feeling threatened because now money is going to be moving more freely between people. And we can't have that because we got to control things as they are and keep things the same because, you know, the power structure, right? It's all about that power structure. So that's old world thinking. So now what we've created is a mutual destructive force of cryptocurrency and the current banking system coming together, headlocking, right? And so because I saw that at about 3 years ago when I started researching this and getting into it, got very passionate about it, I saw the potential for this. And I see where it's going. And you and I are not going to stop it. So you would be a fool not to be invested and not to be positioning yourself for what's coming for humanity. And maybe you won't receive the benefit directly, but your grandchildren might. Your grandkids will, right? So we need to be a little open-minded when we talk about new technology and new things. I just watched this Joe Rogan podcast where they was talking to this guy on technology, and he brought up the fact that the first laptop that came out in 1985 was the size of a briefcase, and they did a newspaper article on it. And the article did everything possible to belittle and destroy the concept and talk about how foolish this was to have a suitcase that you lugged around with you. And now guess what everyone uses now? Laptops and tablets and iPhones. And so just because you don't know and don't understand what's going on doesn't mean it's not valid or it's not a legitimate cause or thing. It is extremely so. And I got super pumped up and excited because it's an opportunity for us to level the playing field for all of humanity. Now, I want you to understand what's also happening during the development phases of these cryptocurrencies and coins and new types of commerce. There are companies who are owned by banks who are attempting to develop platforms that make it easier for us to trade this digital currency, like Coinbase and Binance and all these other platforms that are popping up. And in doing so, that's the choke point. That's the point where they can shut you down, take away your money, put taxes on it, all these different things. So they're kind of building a hybrid system of building centralized platforms where people can buy, trade, sell, but it's not limited to banks anymore. It's anybody can start one of these companies, right? There is a lot of scams out there also, unfortunately, that we need to be aware of. So don't go diving into buying things and buying coins without getting advice from the right places and doing your own research. And you cannot get rich quick doing crypto. Please get that out of your mind. Right now, the best strategy for you would be to get one of these little simple platforms that you can use, whether it's Exodus, whether it's, I'll put links in the description below. Please use my links. They'll help me out, keep the channel going, and I'll give you more content like this. If you like it, please click like, subscribe, and share. And go ahead and let me know. Leave comments down below. What we need to understand is that right now is a good time in history for you to position yourself for your future selves and your future families, for a technology that's coming. Now, Mark Cuban is correct, but he's correct by today's standards. He's correct by right now, if you're looking to invest, build your wealth, hold assets, Bitcoin is only as valuable as what you're willing to pay for it, right? Sure, I will take that today, but you need to see the vision of where this is headed, where this is going, what it's going to provide for humanity. The competition, the free market, the playing field. And understand that you need to be more open-minded about this, people. I gain nothing telling you this, by the way. Next thing is stay away from scams. Be careful. This is a new technology. It's a new thing. We're just getting to get grips and get a hold on it. And there's a lot of businesses popping up, a lot of ideas popping up, and a lot of things we need to sift through, and may the best product and the best outcome win. That's how this works. And there's hundreds of thousands of projects in the making right now of crypto, built around Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all these things. Again, get out there and educate yourselves, right? So don't knock it. Don't knock it. He's knocking it because he has an agenda. He's invested heavily as well, right? So he's going to buy low and sell high. And then he's going to short it. And he's going to keep making. This is how these people make money, people. This is how these billionaires make money. They know how to manipulate the markets and get the shit to go up and get it to go down and then up again and then down again. They control that. You, as a day trader, you're just like bottom feeder fish coming in and sucking on their whale body as they're swimming through the water, feeding off of their little droplings that they drop down, and that's the day trader. That's your guy who does stocks, okay? So what I'm trying to say to you is don't knock it. Take the time to get to understand it. And to simplify it for you, it's future digital money, and it's secure. You cannot hack it. If you do hack it, you corrupt the entire table. It's no good. It destroys itself. Okay? So it's as secure as it's going to be. I disagree with him wholeheartedly. The part about who's going to host it, it's already being done, but there's competition. And if you wanted to store this thing offline, you can. And if you remember 12 simple words in your head, you could swim to another country if you had to run away from your government and start in a whole other country if you remember these 12 words or had them write down somewhere. You unlock your wallet, you're in business, baby. So the potential is huge. And all I want to say is put aside some money, 1%, 2%, however much of a percent you can of every paycheck, and dump it into purchasing and holding, whether it be stocks of companies around crypto, cryptocurrency itself, which again, I will put links below of platforms that you can use, and just slowly build your portfolio, guys. I don't care how badly off you think you are. You can put aside $5, can't you? $10, can't you? All right. That's my 2 cents. Good luck. God bless. And may we continue to build wealth together, people. Let's teach each other what we know. Everything takes patience and time. It's like a garden. You put a seed and you let it grow. Take care. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just offering you a suggestion and a perspective on Bitcoin and the future of where this technology is headed. God bless. Take care. Let's go ahead and close out the scene. All right. Take care, folks. This is my last episode for today. I'm going home. My work is done. If you like what I do, let me know. You know the drill.